I'm here at the Berlin Film Festival with director Riklis, making a very serious face.
Smile. Okay.
It's a little cold.
Yeah.
The Human Resources Manager won the Ophir Award, the Israeli Oscar, and will be released soon in the United States.
Yeah. March 4th.
March 4th by Film Movement. I noticed the credits at the end, you credit the characters, like in the book itself, not by their names, but by their titles. Could you tell us a little bit about that idea?
Well, nobody deserves a name until they prove themselves. And I think the only one who has a name is Julia, but she's dead. So I think it's part of this little bit kind of amorphic world where these people move on a chessboard in a way, but they're all motivated by the death of this woman. So she has a name, and she's the one behind everybody. She's the catalyst. And other people, I think, have to go through the journey, which the audience will see in a minute, and then I think the audience can give them names. For me, it's fine. I mean, it's an open issue.
Do they serve as symbols in a way for anything?
I guess, although I hate symbols. I mean, I'm not a symbolic filmmaker. I try not to be, but there's always a symbol in everything. I think it's about, it's not about that. It's just that they represent something. It's not about symbolizing. It's about representing. I think the manager is like the manager in all of us in a way, and it's about his inability, even though he's in charge of human resources, he's not really able to communicate with anyone. I think this film, this incident, this event, this journey brings him closer to himself and to his ability to communicate with the world, with his daughter, with his ex-wife, with his workers. So in that sense, I think, the journalist is a weasel because he's a weasel, but then he has to kind of step out of that. And the boy is a boy, but it will grow into a man. Then maybe he will have a name, etc., etc. So it's not about symbolic stuff. It's about, I think, the essence of these people, and then it moves on from there.
And this was based on the book by Aleph Bet Yehoshua.
Yeah.
And how did you start working with him? And in what reference did he write this book?
Well, it's pretty much a straightforward story. The producer read the book and thought it would be a marvelous film, and he thought I was the right director for it. And he called me and he said, "Please read the book." And I did, and I thought, "Oh yeah, this can be my film." We sat together with Noah Stolman, who's the writer, and we worked for a long time adapting the book. And finally, quite quickly, actually, it turned into a movie. I always try, when I'm not working on my original stuff, I just try to see, can this be, I don't want it to sound terrible, but can this be an Abrahamic film? And I guess I felt that with this story. Aleph Bet, or Avram, or Buli as we call it, I think he came, on one hand from a very realistic place, which is the film also starts there. It's 2002, suicide bombs in Jerusalem and Tel Aviv. It's a very critical time in Israel. And there are people who are anonymous in a way because they die and nobody claims their body because they're foreign workers, and there's a whole big story and a whole big history behind this event. So I think he started there, and then he ventured. The book is much more philosophical than the film because I'm not a philosopher. So I think he was trying to come from an essential part of Israeli society, but really going into an essential part of our existence as human beings anywhere. And I think in that sense, that's what connected me to the film, because I try to make films which are, very local and yet very universal at the same time. And I think this story was a perfect example of that ability to tell this kind of story. So I think that's where we were. It's a film that starts at the heart of darkness in a way of Jerusalem and Israel, but then it goes into the human mind and the human body and the human heart, and goes as far as it can go with those elements.
Thank you, Eran.
Good words to end it with. Thank you.